EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Here's a toss left for Achane. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 60 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. A run straight ahead with Achane. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's a 2nd and 8. Tua is going to change things up. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run, Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall to the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adam. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Hall on a give up the middle. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Hall again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Tua. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense...
2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
The slant connects with Davante Adams.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Rodgers.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll give to Hall. Dances by him. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And he comes back with 1 complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are back within a couple of the lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Achane. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes 7.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Tua sets up to pass it.
It's a slant to Hill. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Now Tua going to change the play.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. 51 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A big play here, 3rd and 2. They'll give this to Achane. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Tua.
Over the middle to Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing Tua.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Tua.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
Here's Tua. Here's Achane.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is Achane.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter.
Wow, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Brown, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Under 10. Under 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. 81 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by... And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw brought in by Austin.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Wilson. Got his man, it's caught.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. Ooh. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Kicker Brandon McManus about ready to get us started.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start the drive with Harris. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 15 yards there.
What an intelligent and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second down and 8. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Harris fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They go with Jacobs, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Wilson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Pickens on the slant. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Again, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Throwing is Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Mike Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Love, he's going to change the play here. On 2nd and 11 now.
Love. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go bootleg. Love.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On play action. Love to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Off the play fake, Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play fake. Here's Love.
That's complete. He finds Jayden Reed.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he floats one there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action this time with Love.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Sutton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's trash. 55 is mine, guys. 55.
1st down, going to the air with Love.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Striker, 3-3. Eat. This is part of that. Ready.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check pass. Jim. Drill.
And now Love going to change things up.
Check 24. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Record.
On 2nd and 10.
Love. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
11 yards for number 11.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Again, it's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Going back to Love. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check. 56.
On the give, this is Harris. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good Come back there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback.
Richard, it's like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Don't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide. Something like I just pull up with a few.
We can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop it. Keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like
And if I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I roll and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back but better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You think you've seen madness? Well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. The winter. Watch out now. Come heavy water. It's on now. Not going under. Oh, oh, oh. Not gonna let you go. Oh, oh, oh. Pay what you owe. Watch out now. Come heavy water.
Man, my mistake. It's damn, namaste. And Dalai Lama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblade to katanas, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. A glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing out spikes, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark as midnight. This beat swinging so hard, we in a fist. Tippy toe, watch me dip and roll. Round the corner, run another level. Watch my in the glow. I be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting heavy waters on the floor in the booth. Let's go.
Watch out now. Come heavy water. It's on now. Not going under. Oh, oh, oh. Not gonna let you go. You watch out now. Come heavy water. Now listen to me. Yeah. Gonna run down a bad man today. Gonna run down, gonna hunt down a bad man like prey. When the sun down, gonna come round, set fire ablaze. Gonna run down a bad man today. Said the ragamuffin man, them not play. My bloodline everywhere, they got it coming in waves. You know the struggling ain't living, so the hustle comes easy. So listen up when they hear me say, watch out now. Come heavy water. It's high now. Not going under. Oh, oh, oh. Not gonna let you go. Oh, oh, oh. Pay what you owe. Watch out now. Come heavy water.
Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could.
I ain't never read the same, baby. Ain't do no wrong, I just clean up good for you.
what I should, man. Point, babe. Do what I could, man.
Jumping that, jumping that, jumping that, jumping that fire, jumping that fire, jumping out with, drumming that, drumming that, drumming that. Chopper doing circles, it's a bird, take him to the potty, he's a nerd. Pop out, I ain't seen hit corners in the burbs. Pop out, done politicking with the competition, what's the word? Put that on my mama, 8 in the process. Tryna tippy-toe through the progress. Tongue-tied when the truth is an object. What's the pros and the cons of this next check? Wasn't nobody round, I was independent. In a 97 bomb with the windows tinted. Heard a bomb got in the party. Who the like this in the party? Them up, them up, them up, them up. I was seeing double in the projects, mad at myself, learn to put it to the side. Mama had to cater for the coupe that we rode after school on the way to Popeyes. And wanna play both sides, it's a red dot, don't get on the wrong red eye. It's a headshot, they can't woo them guys. Round them, 2 of them guys. I'm Paris, I'm France. I thought that I told you I need the advance. Put down your IG and look through my lens. A million to grandma, who did I offend? The girl of your dreams to me is a fan. I netted 10 million and did a little dance. I'm f***ing world, I my pants. My Uncle G told me that I had a chance. So then I popped out and did it again. And did it again and did it again. I cannot respect them, where did he begin? Advice from the council, let nobody in. Been swearing through rumors, avoiding the trends. And I'm ducking the loony that come with the shows. I'm grateful to man, he opened up doors. They bung on their tour bus to come and compose. I reach to the stars on my tippy toes. This greatest success where most fold. I tell you my past, that don't get old. But how could you ask? Like I don't be writing my raps. The critics got everyone tabbed. You gotta relax. The city where nobody sleeps. Just tap in and ask where I'm at.
On your top 5 tonight. On your what's the name tonight. On your show's name tonight. I am the Omega. PG Lane, Rolly Gang, SIE. Don't you address me unless it's with 4 letters. I thought you known better. I've been ducking the pandemic. I've been social gimmicks. I've been ducking the overnight activists. Yeah, I'm not a trending topic. I'm a hold on, y'all playing with me, man. I am the Omega. PG Lane, Rolly Gang, SIE. Don't you address me unless it's with 4 letters. I thought you known better. I've been ducking the pandemic. I've been ducking the social gimmicks. I've been ducking the overnight activists. Yeah, I'm not a trending topic. I'm a prophet. I answer to Metatron, Nick Gabrielle. Looking for a better me. I am a legacy. I come from the 70s. The Al Green offspring. And the melody. The big shot. Wrist on cryotherapy. Soon as I press that button, better get right like the emblem's coming. Us too, when the light ain't been through nothing. Day free. Got at least 1 B in the oven. I'm tripping. I'm jigging. My mental is amazing, brother. Pop off only on occasions, brother. Rich mama know I made it, brother. Go figure. Never caught cases, brother. Face it, brother. Gracious, brother. New flows coming. Be patient, brother. Show my then take you out of class. I can multitask like Megan, brother. 2021 ain't taking no prisoner. Last year, y'all up all a listener. Who went platinum? I call that a visitor. Who the backing them? All been falsified. The facts mean this is a vaccine and the game need me to survive. The Elohim, the rebirth. Before you get to the Father, you gotta holler at me first. On top 5s. That album, that single, burn that hard drive. Ain't nobody safe when I come up and everybody that's outside. Who you with? Yeah, Kanye changed his life, but me, I'm still an old school Gemini. Let me jump in this. 2 phones, but I only bring 1 in this. 1 daughter, but they all my sons in this. No, getting done in this. I'm scary, I gotta in this. On top 5s. Stop playing, I'm that guy. Number 2 DM in my. That's cool, I don't, that's why.
That's how I be happening. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weeks since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it on show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas. Face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random. These sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it.
Nobody else but God. That's all we need, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. And off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Nix to throw right away. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The first carry now. This is Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, he finds Vele.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Now it's Nix. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. We're scoreless after 1. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Etienne up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and a yard. Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air with Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Nix to the air. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. To throw is Nix. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big
round. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue.
Didn't see it on that run, did we? Got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with. Play action. It's Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. From midfield now, Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run with Etienne. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Draw play, Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Lawrence will throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that hunger, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nix to throw on 1st down. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DJ Jones collapses
you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing again. Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nix on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Nix once more. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
in Ibiza for my leisure. Bliss. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this, then say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. She 808. 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 Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She 808. 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 She 808.